Hello and welcome to a MainView for DB2 Functions and Features session. My name is Mike Frost and I am a software consultant with BMC. In today's session, we will be looking at retrieving thread history in MainView for DB2. Let's go ahead and get started. Once we have entered MainView for DB2, what we want to do is go to the EZDBA menu and target SSI selection. You can see that here in the center of the screen. Select this selection. Once inside the EZDBA menu, you want to go to the section of traces and select thread history/query. Once you're inside the thread history/query view, we can see thread history traces. They are sorted by end date and time, trace IDs, type, trace title, their state, the number of records, the DB2 target system, the start date, start time, and trace datasets. Here you have multiple options. You can select individual traces. You can update the number of records. You can look at various types. You can also sort items and find things you're looking for in particular. For example, if we wanted to sort any of these columns in descending order, all we would do is type in sort D in the command line and then select the column we wanted to sort. For this example, I'll sort on end date. As you can see, the end date has been sorted, all starting with November 6th and continuing down. Next, if we want to select a thread history to investigate, all we have to do is select an individual thread. We do so by placing our cursor on the thread we're interested in and hitting enter. Now you can see that we have been brought to the HTIQZ view. Here we can see thread analysis for queries and drill downs. As you can see, we have various 15-minute intervals that we can look into. If we want to look into one in particular, we can select that time and drill down further. For this example, we'll look at the 1930 end time. Now that we're inside of the 1930 time, you can see that we have 5-minute drill downs available to us. So you can see we have 1929, 1924, and 1919. Here we can see our date, the number of thread count, the record count, 5-minute queries, total elapsed time, total CPU, zip, elapsed, total in DB2 CPU, as well as a DB2 zip, class 3 weights, zip eligible, average elapsed time, and average CPU. Now, if we wanted to drill down even further, we could do so by selecting a time on the end time as well. So for this example, we'll use the 1929 time frame. Now you can see that we are in thread analysis for the 1-minute drill down. You can see that we have 4 iterations of 1-minute intervals. So we have 1929, 1928, 1927, and 1926. Here we have the same information that was available to us on the previous page, but at 1-minute intervals. If we wanted to look at the actual threads in that interval, we could go ahead and select that thread count. For this example, we will choose the 5-thread count. This brings us into the PKGZ view. Here we can see the package main. We can get summaries on packages, program names, auth IDs, activity names, and activity types. We can also hyperlink from package count to package lists, from elapsed time totals to totals per execution. Additionally, we can drill down even further into the package count. We can do so by clicking the package count number again. Now you can see we are into the PKGZ summary view where we're seeing the programs that are in that package as well as the exec count, the SQL count, total CPU, total zip, total weights, as well as information on elapsed times. We can also see that we have our trace ID at the top as well as our sequence, which in this case we're using a 1-minute interval. If we back up from the screen, we can return to our previous session on the HTIQZ view, and we can drill down into the actual records within the count. Here we select the record count, and now we can see the author IDs, the plan names, corresponding names, elapsed totals, CPU totals, the number of SQL statements, the get page counts, and the TRM types. As you can see, there are various other thread summaries available to us. Additionally, if we want to drill down on an individual end time, we can do so by selecting that. Now, inside of the end time, we can see the summary trace entry. Here we can gather various information about the thread that was running at that time. We see information on start time, stop times, plans, auth IDs, types, connection types, along with various other information. We can also gather other various locations, and we can gather help. If we PF3 out of this view, we can go back to our previous screen, and we can do a thread query. If we select thread query, we can set up the commands that we would like to use, as well as provide additional information. Now we can see all the threads that we're executing during our thread history. As you can see, using the EZDBA menu is a great place to go to retrieve thread history. We have lots of various options, including 1-minute drill downs, 5-minute drill downs, and of course our overall thread activity analysis. I invite you to investigate these screens and use them as you see fit. If you'd like more information, you can gather that by going to the BMC support website and downloading the MainView for DB2 documentation. Thank you for attending today's session, and I hope you like and subscribe the rest of the MainView for DB2 informational videos. Thank you. Have a great day.